Welcome into KSU Nation, the best K-State and Big 12 podcast out there. I'm CVB, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Big 12 basketball games happening today, Monday, November 24th, 2025. We're going to try to do more daily content here on KSU Nation about K-State, about the Big 12, all of that. Saw some pretty big games coming up today. Decided to do some homework about them and talk about them as well. Let's get things started right here. Some big games happening today here in the Big 12. Like I said, we have Creighton versus Baylor. Baylor favored by 3.5. Baylor is 20th in the KenPom and 29th in the country in field goal percentage, while Creighton is 51st in KenPom, but 208th in the country in field goal percentage. Baylor's led in scoring by Cameron Carr. Everyone should know who he is. I think he went to Sunrise Christian, went to Tennessee. Now he's at Baylor, averaging 23.7 points per game. Baylor has 5 guys averaging double figures. Creighton, their leading scorer is Blake Harper, leading Creighton at 13 points per game. They have 4 guys in double figures. I'm going to pick Baylor to win this game. Let's go something like, we're going to go 82 to 72. I think Baylor beats them by 10. They're undefeated. They stay undefeated. Creighton's going to drop to 3-2 on the season. Moving on. Pretty big game here on TNT. KU versus Notre Dame. KU is without Darren Peterson, though they are favored in Vegas by 5.5 points. Let's see here. KU is 29th in KenPom, while Notre Dame is 73rd. Notre Dame is 37th in field goal percentage and 22nd in three-point percentage. Well, KU is not in the top 50 for either of those, but KU has played a pretty difficult schedule so far. KU's number one scorer is Darren Peterson, who is not playing today. He's out a couple of games. He's leading them at 21.5 points per game, considered to be the best NBA prospect in quite some time. They only had 3 guys averaging double figures for KU. When it comes to Notre Dame, they have a guy called Marcus Burton, averaging 19.4 points per game, leading them. They also only had 3 guys in double figures. I'm going to go, I still think KU's better. I don't know by 5.5 points, so let's go KU wins 77-73. 77-73, KU gets it done in Vegas. Moving on. Probably the biggest game of the day in the Big 12. We have Iowa State versus St. John's, also in Las Vegas. Iowa State favored by 2.5 points. Let's see here. Iowa State is 10th in the country in KenPom, while St. John's is 16th. Iowa State is 6th in field goal percentage and 14th in points per game, while St. John's is 30th in field goal percentage, but 8th in points per game. Taman Lipsey leads Iowa State in scoring at 19 points per game. Iowa State has 3 guys in double figures. Bryce Hopkins leads St. John's in scoring at 15.5 points per game. They have 5 guys in double figures, including a bunch of guys that came back last year, like Ejiofor and all of that. We are going to go. I think Iowa State's defense is better, though I think St. John's might be a better scoring team. I want to go Big 12 across the board here. I really don't like Iowa State, but we're going to go Big 12 across the board here. Let's go high scoring game. We'll go 88-86. Not covering the spread, hitting the over. Iowa State wins. Moving on to a defensive game out in Vegas. Houston versus Syracuse. Houston favored by 14.5 points per game. We have the number 1 and number 2 scoring offense, or scoring defenses, I should say, in the country. Syracuse is number 1. Houston is number 2. Though Houston is 4th in KenPom, Syracuse is 61st in KenPom when taking into account efficiency, offense, and defense. I know that Houston has a bunch of new freshmen leading them. I like Sampson. I like Syracuse to win. I don't like this game to be super high scoring, obviously. Let's go Houston wins 67-57, winning, but not covering the 14.5 points. Okay, Cincinnati versus NJIT. Cincinnati by 34.5. I don't have too many notes on this other than Cincinnati is 45th in KenPom. Let's go Cincinnati 98, NJIT 50. Moving on. Out in Tucson, Arizona should be the number one team in the country, but they're not. They're playing Denver. Arizona already has wins against Florida, UCLA, and at UConn. They are 6th in Ken Palm, favored by 33.5 points in this game. Let's go. Arizona wins 89-61, covering the spread. Last game of the day here in the Big 12 out in Maui, we have Texas versus Arizona State. Not too many notes on this game. Texas favored by 6.5. Arizona State is 85th in Ken Palm, while Texas is 41st. I just think Texas is better. I think they win this game. I think they cover as well. Let's go. Texas will go 81. Arizona State 67. That is my picks here in the Big 12, Monday, November 24th. Where is my tab at? I can't seem to find it right now. There it is. Yeah, that's my Big 12 picks here from Monday, November 24th, 2025 here in the Big 12 for basketball. We're going to try to do more basketball content here as the games keep happening, even though it is football season. I'm CVB. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends, consider joining the channel as well. There's just one last thing to say, and that is go Big 12 and go Cats.